Welcome to Hoyt's Bowhunting Whitetails. Today is Monday, the 13th of October. Is it the 13th?
It is.
Good. What does your watch say for temperature?
72 degrees.
It was supposed to have been cooler today, but we do have the north wind that we need to go to this spot. It's the same blind that we were in the last time that you hunted. And I had my trail camera in there and I was getting quite a few pictures of, in some daylight activity of a couple of bucks I think would be really good targets. And then I was getting so many pictures that my SD card filled up. So I don't know what came out last night, but we don't need to know. They're in the area. It's the best spot for sure on the farm right now for getting a shot, whether it's a buck or a doe. We'll probably hold off on does until we see if a buck will come in first. I mean, my hope is that, we'll get early activity on a buck, and we don't have to make that decision.
Because it's not hot. The temperature isn't too much of a hindrance, I don't think.
No, it'll drop off
as
the sun starts to go down.
Yeah.
It's more in the blind, it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
Until we get the windows opened up and get it aired out. But Asian beetles are on the go. We've definitely fought through a little cloud of them coming up in here. But yeah, I'm excited about this hunt. I've been saving this spot and waiting until the chance came with you being here with the north wind and everything is aligned. Perfect. So we'll go in and start seeing some deer here pretty soon.
Like it.
Hoyt's Bowhunting Whitetails is brought to you by Redneck Blinds, Code of Silence Apparel, the Hunt Stand app, Whitetail Institute, Research Equals Results, B3 Archery, Muddy Outdoors Tree Stands, Stealth Cam Trail Cameras, My Outdoor TV, and Hoyt.
I think I'm good.
Jordan has popcorn kernels in her teeth. I don't, by the way. We've got about an hour and a half, roughly, of legal shooting time. And we thought it might be fun to talk about what we're gonna eat for dinner tonight. I haven't eaten yet today, so.
I think you guys need to understand, for this to have its full effect, Bill's eating habits are not normal. He'll just not eat anything for like an entire day and then toast an entire loaf of bread.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Well, I might have done that once.
You've done that many times.
All right, let's get off this topic of me and let's talk about the food itself.
Okay.
That doe that I shot a couple nights ago, we pulled the loins out of that, Amos and I, and we're gonna eat one of those tonight on the grill. And I wanna talk about how I like to fix those. You gotta cook them kind of rare. That's the key to venison. If you overcook it even a little bit, because it's got so little fat in it, it really doesn't taste very good. So I put a temperature probe in the loin. I go to 130 degrees is what I cook it to. And I pull it off, wrap it in tin foil, and let it rest for a few minutes. and then we cut it up and eat it, and we can eat almost a whole loin, believe it or not.
It's really good.
It is really good, and I'm sure there's a lot of different seasonings you can use. One of the best I've ever had is just coat it with like olive oil, some kind of an oil, so that your rub will stick to it. And then Traeger big game seasoning is really good. Montreal steak seasoning is a good one too.
Have you tried the black and Saskatchewan on it?
Not on the loin, I haven't. We can try that.
That's another good. That's what we use on burgers and stuff, right?
Not on burgers. We use like one of those Montreal grilling rubs or whatever they're called. And then another thing that we've gotten pretty good at is vegetables. We've got to eat our vegetables. It's something that we learned when we were young. And I've never thought that Brussels sprouts were supposed to be good. I thought that God made those as like a punishment. If you didn't do your homework or whatever, you had to eat Brussels sprouts. But we've actually found a way to make them very good. And that does include that Saskatchewan blackening rub.
I gotcha.
So we cut them in half, kind of toss them in olive oil, and then that rub. And then first you fry them with the open side down until you get just a nice little brown crust. And then you flip all the Brussels sprouts over, put a lid on top of your fry pan, turn the heat down, and throw a little butter in there, and just simmer it for about 10 or 15 minutes.
They're really, really good.
They're really good.
Really good.
Yep. And then you throw a baked potato in the microwave, which I know microwave's not the best way to make a baked potato, but I don't have the 30 minutes of patience to make a baked potato in the oven. And they take way longer than a burger if you try to make them on the grill. So they're kind of a last minute microwave item. So that's going to be supper.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward to it because, like I said, I haven't eaten yet today. And you can't do better than venison loin.
No.
I mean, you can eat all the beef you want, but it's so healthy. I mean, it's higher in a lot of vitamins and nutrients than any kind of other domesticated meat.
And we've talked about it before, but when you go to the store and buy your ground beef, there's no telling what's in that or where it came from.
No.
It doesn't get much more free range farm fed than
Yeah.
a deer that you shot a couple nights ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really good for you. So that's it for now. Hopefully we can bring you another one maybe, so we can put more than one loin on the grill tonight. those does are gone.
Finally.
They were in here for almost an hour, weren't they?
Over an hour.
Over an hour. Now we have 3 raccoons. Mama, her middle-aged son, and her little infant. Ugh. I was hoping one of those does would get mad and go over there and stomp those raccoons.
It's like they're waging war on the corn stalks.
Yeah, that was funny. How they're eating. That one was trying to eat whole ears of corn. And
She did it like multiple times.
yeah,
too.
put the whole thing in her mouth.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. They were looking pretty hard to the side, and then they left. They weren't spooked in any way. It was just time to leave. So that's good. We've still got 20 minutes probably. Maybe 15 minutes of camera light. So hopefully one of those bucks that's been coming in here will still show up. Definitely could. And then we'll show you that action here. But if the buck doesn't come in, we'll probably just sort of fade out here and call this our close, because it's going to be really hard to film anything here in just a few more minutes. It gets pretty dark inside the blind. So we're going to be out probably, unless something changes, in the same spot again tomorrow night. This is the best spot on the farm, for sure.
Are you gonna switch out your SD card so you can get more pictures?
Yep, on the way out.
Gotcha.
Assuming there's nothing, as long as there's no deer around, I can sneak over to the camera and swap it out. Anything else to add, Jordan? Looking forward to that dinner?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, we shouldn't have talked about food that early.
Ate all of our snacks and now we're starving.
Back to starving again.
Yeah.
Like those raccoons.
Yeah. Go down there and eat some corn.
Yeah, crawl up next to them with your little hands, picking up little stuff, and oh, they're just, I don't like raccoons. We're gonna call it good right here. We appreciate you joining us. And like I said, if one of these bucks comes in, we're obviously gonna come back and show you all the action and break back in, but otherwise, we're gonna call this the official end. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you right back here again tomorrow for the next episode of Hoyt's Bowhunting Whitetails. Remember to always dream
Big.